Just doing a special training session with Soil Kai, but also with Kusano. We're gonna start with Kusano tonight. Gonna fix this title really quick, and then we'll get into our battle. Yeah, there's been a lot of battles I've been meaning to do, and unfortunately today, or just this week, it's been pretty busy. So that said, glad I can make it work out tonight. So let's see how this goes. Go ahead and do that. Oh, sick. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I hope everyone's doing really well, and let's get this show on the road. We've got our multi-stream on, we got our chat in the right place, so I'm going to go ahead and let Kusano know I'm ready. So, okay. I think they'll find the room. Okay. Alright. I gotta tell Soy, okay. That's gonna be a 50 gig. Alright, we're gonna do 50 games with Kusano, then we'll do 50 games with Soil Kai probably. I think they both have been hungry for this, so should be good. Did we set the room to change the stage random? Oh, no change. I'm gonna reset it. So I'm gonna tell him. Why do we have a red bar with him? Please tell me I don't still have internet issues. Alright, so we can create the room. And oh, actually it was set correctly because we weren't in this set. Okay. Alright, we're good. Okay. I'm going to do a speed test on my internet. This is really interesting that we have a red bar with Kusano. Kusano is actually in our general region, so this is really, really something. Let's see what our internet's looking like. Our internet's fast. It's looking fast. Like we're at like 430 megabits per second right now. That's not our full speed, but you know, that's like half of our speed. Our upload is also fast. Our upload is going at about 600. It's cranking at 700 almost megabits per second. I don't know, like my connection with you, Kusano, is not so good. But right now I just ran the internet speed test and I'm running at about 430 megabits per second download and 394 upload. So my internet's fast, it's just not connected to you. It like something is disrupting on the way to you. But at least we're yellow bar now, so we're okay. Earlier it was like looking like red and gray. So I don't know what that was about. But let's go ahead and do this. Now we're green. Go figure, right? So we can go ahead and try this out. All right, you can chat with me on the stream chat, and I'll see your messages there. All right, here we go. We're doing a 50 game gauntlet. This is not a first to 50 as people tend to call it. It's just a committed 50 games. If we did a first to 50, that could potentially go to 99 games.
Round one. Ready, go!
Very good. Screw hook is a good choice. All right, you have to do meaty timing on me because I am willing to hitch. And then I'm gonna try testing on whether you can deal with lows. That said, in this game, because evade exists, because crush exists, lows are not so are not the hottest thing. So good. Good. I like the defense. I like that. This is where it slows down. Okay. All right. This is where our connection. This is where my connection is going crazy. Right. And we have to assume it's me because I'm the one that had a bad internet yesterday. So we gotta assume it's me. This is like the craziest thing we've seen. We just saw a 9-frame rollback. So yeah. So it looks like I might still be having internet problems since yesterday. I was watching streamed film with my kids this evening, and for the most part it was good. It only had a bad time at one point.
Round four. Ready, go!
Very good. That's a good choice. You can do a little bit more ground throws in these situations. Not that you have to always do it, but you can mix it in. And you might be surprised how often they would actually work. They work against people that will stay down, right? Someone that
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Knockout.
So, what I'm telling Kusano right now is that I gave some advice just based on that single game we played. So the first advice I gave was that sometimes when he combos me and I get hit into the wall, sometimes you can go for a real damage conversion. That's very solid and probably what you should do most of the time. But Wolf players should definitely consider doing the ground throw option. Just mix it in a little. They don't have to do it a lot, just mix it in a little. By mixing it in a little, your opponent really does have to have an input tax of having to escape a throw and guess. Escape a ground throw and guess. Because of that input tax, they are less likely to do really good wake up options after that. It's an advantage you can utilize. It can sometimes work against you, but almost always it's in Wolf's favor. It's a lopsided game for Wolf, so he should play that. Mixing in stuff like ground throws is actually very good. Just like mixing in ground hits is really good, as long as you know that sometimes your opponent's going to stay down instead of tech roll. In this case, the ground throw is guaranteed. It's just, but it's a two-way guess as to which throw you do. And then also the small damage is also guaranteed in a way where, they can't mitigate it. So those two things, definitely do that. Other advice I gave Kusano is that as a Wolf player now, I like that he used the catch throw, and he only did it like once or twice, but what I would say is based on that game we played, the read is the observation, not even a read. The observation is that the opponent is sharp enough to stop catch throw. That doesn't mean they will permanently be that way. You want to know that they're going to do it now. And then you're like, okay, he's sharp right now. We need to do other tactics. We need to play other ways to kind of get him to be less sharp. And then catch throw will become, maybe start seeing him get over defensive or less sharp. Usually it's just getting them to be overly defensive. And Wolf can do that very well. He's got really fast mids. He's got really good ones. Screw hook is one way, right? And he did use screw hook on me, but it just, at that time I was still in the mode of like wanting to hit or crouch in response to it. So sometimes that's an accident, but sometimes it just means that the way they're playing right now, catch throw might not be as good unless I'm doing it off of a high advantage. Catch throws are pretty great with a strong advantage, like if you counter hit with the jab. So I just want him to have that food for thought that was a good thing he did the catch throw, even if it didn't convert, because those catch throws are really good, but you want to kind of learn how to use the observation to the evidence to guide how you're playing. And so I think he played it really great. I mean, it was just a single game, so we don't know if he backed off the catch throw or not. It was just more of a comment that I'm giving, that in general, keep that up, but also, observe your opponent and play accordingly. And that's the key to VM. Playing according to the evidence that's on the screen will help you a lot. Now, making calculated gambles is fine. That's what I like to do. But it's not random gambles. This isn't flipping a coin. It is, you're using what you're observing. So the best way to do that is to get comfortable with these options. Get comfortable doing the ground throw when there's a combo that hits to the wall at the end. Get comfortable doing all these kinds of options so that when the moment comes, you can relaxively, very easily just mix it in and then mix it and then take it out, and not be so personally invested in having to do it. Just more like, oh, okay, let's try it. And when you can get to the point where you're comfortable with your options and you're like, let's try stuff, that's when your mix-up ability becomes very scary. When you can do it with ease without stressing, and then you also don't get so upset about it, it becomes a lot easier to use to create evidence, to create observations, and just and to create feel in your fights. So, alright, he wants to try one more time. Let's try it. We'll try it one more time. I really am skeptical of this, but let's try it. Spectator off, 4, 5, 6, 5. Alright, let's try it. All right, sure. Let's try it. So that's the key that I'm talking about, getting comfortable with different options, right? A player like me is very comfortable with options because you know how like I play like I don't care? That's because I practice a lot of options. It's when I'm focused on options and I care a lot that it's harder, right? Training yourself to just be able to do different things pretty easily makes it a lot easier. So and then when it becomes less taxing on you to do that. So just practice doing different options against the AI too. Practice doing options that you know you'll lose when you do them, but just try it anyways. If you can do that, that's going to strengthen your wolf more than you know. More than you know. Wolf is very terrifying when the opponent just can't get a feel for what wolf is comfortable with and not comfortable with. It's when you're comfortable or not comfortable that's easy for me to read. So a lot of times I just have to make you not comfortable with something.
Knockout.
Okay, so okay. It's all good if you're drunk. I don't know if this is gonna work out, to be honest. I think our set's gonna crash at some point. I can already feel the connection go up and down. Like we are at 30 milliseconds. It's good, but then there are these moments where it's just like the game is trying to see if it's fine. Like here, right? And it's crazy when it's like that because we know the outcome here. It could just read out that outcome, but it still, accordingly says, let's slow it down to make sure that we're synced. It's trouble syncing us. Yeah. So yeah, Kusano, I don't think this is gonna work. I'm so sorry. I will try Soil Kai. We can try. So Kusano, I don't think it's gonna work between us tonight, but I don't think it's gonna work for me tonight. But I think, yeah. But Soil Kai, if you're drunk, you should not try to fight. We can try one more game. I know, it's a combination of weather and people, right? It's rain leads to accidents, infrastructure also, right? Infrastructure gets affected. It's not like the water is the water sometimes is the thing that causes this connection problem, but it's more of like all the downstream effects, metaphorically speaking and literally.
All right. Round one. Ready, go!
So you see this head bob, this like ECD, right? That's like one of the neutral things that you kind of like. Jimmy knows how to fight it, and part of it is you have to get comfortable like throwing something out there. Oh my god, we're gonna die again. I don't know why. It makes no sense. So see, it's like even on a connection like this, I can kind of see that attack's coming. That's when I hit guard. That's why I'm saying like crouch dash is this amazing thing, and a lot of people don't know I'm talking about crouch dash. When I talk about crouch dash, this is crouch dash, right? And people think I'm talking about ECD because ECD is the flashier weapon, right? And it's like no, I'm talking about just literally crouch dash because I can move forward and I can watch what you're doing, and if I see you attack, I can hit guard, right? And if I see that you're like not doing anything, then I can go, oh, maybe I can just go ahead and act. That's the advantage that a veteran kind of has, right? And if you see me not punish, it's because sometimes I'm already buffering movement, so the movement killed the fact that I can punish. But at least I can start responding to what you're doing. No! Look at it says you. What's this you here? What was that you? Why are you? What was that? You guys saw that, right? The connection dropped so bad it's like thought it was in training mode. Like, what is that? What's that? I never noticed that before. But Kusano, you hear what I'm saying, right? About crouch dash. like it's really good movement because you could cancel it right away into a guard. You could cancel it into an attack, and so you can watch your opponent while you're moving forward, you know, and then you're just like, he didn't do anything. Now, remember what the advice I generally give, which is think about yourself and your opponent in the match. Who's sharper right now, right? And I'm not asking you to answer that. I'm saying that generally when you fight, hey, Joshua Pac-Man, so good to see you. Generally when you fight, you should be like, you'll kind of know. You'll kind of know if you've been the sharper one or if your opponent's been the sharper one. And if you're the sharper one, that means like you have an edge in action in this awkward neutral. So when you crouch dash, and you're like, you know, I've been the sharper one, so I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do the fast attack. You know, when I see nothing happening, then you have the confidence that like you're probably gonna win it. When you've been the one, but when that's backfired, and when you've been the sluggish one, or you've been the one getting out hit, then your crouch dashing is gonna be like, if it's awkward neutral, you're like, I'm gonna still defend, but it might be either I duck or I stand. You know, while I do that, because that's a big deal between those two. And so crouch dashing is really strong. Again, I'm not even talking about ECD. I'm talking about just simple crouch dash. It's really, really good to do. It's good to observe your opponent. I think you're able to do this because I think you do this from standing guard a lot in the past. Your wolf is much more active now. It is using crouch dash and stuff, and I think that's why you get that upward elbow on me, right? It's really good. So, all right. Hey, Feds wanted to jump in. We'll test this connection. Soyo Kai, let me know. The bad weather is a bummer. Like, I really don't think it's gonna work out, but we're gonna test it. We're gonna test it, and we'll see what our luck is. But I honestly think this stream is gonna crash too. We'll see. Let's push our luck, right? Yeah, same thing. So because he waited, that was a... Whew. But you guys can see how I'm also adjusting to lag and to non-lag. But I think Kusano saw that firsthand, that I'm able to do that. Like, I'm able to craft I'm comfortable knowing which ways I can probably play that way. I might die because of that. Oh.
Round 3.
I understand that.
Knockout.
So, Fence, I know that this is really tough with this connection, but you can also see that I make adjustments on the fly with the connection too. It is partly the benefits of having an assertive game is that you can still force guess even when lag happens, but I'm still responding because I feel the parts where it's responsive. Very good. Very good. Very good. 4K is always good. Alright, we did get a full game. Yes, we did get a full game. I like the use. Yeah, Crouch says Taka says it's... Taka can be very annoying, but that's usually not... There's still a way to use Crouch Dash against Taka, though. It's just that it's, yeah, a little more skewed defense.
Ring out. Round 4.
thought I got that. All right, so far it's looking okay. On that game was better. Let's see. I can feel Kusano being like, this is not fair, but we did have slowdown. We did have slowdown. Nice. Okay, awesome. So okay, I'd be interested in that. I did promise you. Fence just kind of jumped in, but I really like fighting both of you. I'm glad people do want the training with me, though. I'm honored. Good. I like that change. I like that change. I don't like what I did there because I did intend to guard it, but that's okay. I should have done the 11 frame jab. I like that. I like this throw. This throw was really good. Oh my god, what the heck is going on? What the heck is going on?
Round 4. Ready, go!
Fence is not Hot Toys for sure, but I do love fighting Hot Toys. I can't wait to fight with them next week. Almost. I'm really happy to see it. I saw that you did league battles, and I saw you won the league battle. So awesome stuff, Soyokai. I'm really glad that you did that you set up a league battle for Latin America. Yes, I totally forgot. Okay, Soyokai, Fence made room for you. Thank you very much, Fence. I enjoyed that very much, Fence. I enjoyed those fights very, very much. Soyokai, come on in. So, yes, that was what I meant to give shout out to yesterday. There is a very special Defensores Virtuosos, or Virtuosos Defensores. I don't know how to speak Spanish, but anyways, there is a very special event this Sunday, I think, right? Is it Sunday? And it's going to be North America and Latin America, all of it. So everyone should check it out. Soyokai, follow Soyokai on Twitch, and you guys should enter. It is North America is invited. It's gonna be a good battle. It's gonna be a good thing. And their players are strong. They really are. They, you know, when I trained with Grovo, I told Grovo is strong. Just need to go in with confidence. But it's true that everybody else is strong too. But you know, it's good to be in a league of strong players. Saturday, okay. So the event is on Saturday, even better. For a lot of people, because that's wide open for a lot of things. So yes, people should check that out. So okay, let me know if you want to try to do a spar. Oh, it would be nice. Rayblade could also check it out. I'm not sure how well Rayblade's connection is to South America, but it should be fine. It's Hawaii. Alright. Oh, why is it red? But let's see what it is. Oh, we need to change our settings. We need to change our setting. Let the timer run. Never mind. Because I think I'm set to 3. I need to set it to 5. But it's okay. We will fight 3 first. We fight the 3. This is going to be really intense. We had to go into Leon, or we had to go into Leifei stage here. So. Alright, here we go.
Ready, go!
I love that uppercut opener. So good. So good. That was unfortunate. I am feeling the rollback, but that's okay. I have to like guess a few of these things here.
Ready, go!
That was good. Ah.
Knockout!
It's like I knew what to do, but I felt the misinput.
Ready, go! Knockout!
Hey Grovo, good to see you. If anyone want to try the connection, just ask me or LaFerris on the VF Discord. We play almost every day. Sounds. You guys should take that offer. Groville, yeah. All 3 of these guys, Soyo Kai, Groville, LaFerris, amazing sparring partners. Alright, let me change my setting. What is this? Options, game setting. Okay, I am on 5. Okay. But yeah, Grovo, really great, and everyone could use more Shun experience, even me too.
Round 1.
So.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
I changed the timing by doing the back roll.
Round 3. Ready, go! Ring out! What a knucklehead!
sorry, I lured you into drinking and then I said you can play. It was all part of a cruel ploy. No.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good. Oh, it's unfortunate. The timing it's hard to react on the connection, I understand.
Ready, go!
Oh, almost. I see. Right now, Soyokai is a real life Shun right now, right? It is tough though because drinking makes you a bit slower, which is tough. But because it makes you relax, some players play like super scary when they're drunk. But some players really definitely lose a lot of their strength when they're drunk.
Ready, go!
I like this. This roll is cool.
Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go!
I like that. I like that. I get to meteor punch the flying headbutt. Nice.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Very nice. Almost. Very good.
Knockout!
I'm glad that it's feeling the connection feeling good. Very good, to be honest.
Train, eh?
I'm just taking advantage of my friend who's celebrating his birthday. Happy birthday, Soyokai. And also, you know, taking advantage of him while he's celebrating. Leon is very... Yes.
Go!
Okay. Very good. I like it.
Knockout!
Very nice. That was beautiful.
Ready, go! Round 3.
Thank you very much. I think so too. Thanks so much for the kind words, and I agree. I think Rushdown Trail did such an amazing job on this logo. I'm so proud of it. It makes me more proud of myself and of choosing him as a designer. Have to not hit a input right there when I see the evade.
Round 4.
The rollback netcode is good enough that like you can actually control a lot of stuff.
Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go!
That was so good.
Knockout!
I like that rollback low block here. But it's also because it's the down attack. Yeah.
What a knucklehead!
You guys should definitely do the 50. You guys, you're preparing him for the sober set. So we'll call it the sober set. I definitely been told that people like me, but they hate fighting my Leon. So I love playing, so I don't know. Like for me, it's fun. Oh, so beautiful. Look at that. So beautiful. And the meaties are so perfect because this move's got a lot of hit frame, but it's really good. So good after flip kick. I like that. There we go. Oh, that was really good. I like that so much. That was good, so okay. So good. Let's see if this opening works. I had a feeling this opening would work. The internet's working really well right now. We'll see. But cannot do highs there. Good. That was good. So do you see how I use crouch backdash here? Right here.
Ready, go!
That was good. Good choice. Very good choice. Good choices. Good choice. That was excellent. I like all of that. I like all of that. Very good game. Very good game, my friend. Well, against Leon, you do have to use mid attacks more. If you do too many high attacks, he's got enough things. If you do too many highs and lows yourself, that's a problem. Because Leon is good at crushing, right? He's not, I mean, I think Eileen is scarier on crush, but Leon is good at just crushing in a way that's not so extreme. And it works out very good for him because it means you can keep flowing with it.
Ready, go!
Nice. I like this choice too. I thought I had it, but that was very close call.
Round two.
Very good.
Ready, go! Round three.
He is.
Ready, go! Knockout. Round four. Ready, go!
Almost got it. Almost got it. Did the dude disconnect at the end there? I thought I saw something pop up there. But no, it's good. No, it's just a sign in the background. Okay. It's very intense battles, man. These are really fun battles always, Soil Guy. Very, very, very good stuff. Always clever playmaking for both those.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh, sorry.
Ring out.
I see. I'm glad to hear
Round two.
that you had training with Jimmy.
Go!
But he'll also tell you that we play Leon very differently.
Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
Good. Nice.
Knockout.
Oh, I hit a button. Very good.
Round four. Ready, go!
Excellent, excellent. Good patience. All right, here we go.
Round five.
Let's see how I adjust to this.
Ready, go!
That was really good.
Knockout.
Yeah, it's because the reason a lot of the Leons play differently though is because Leon has a lot of tools. And so the way I've been explaining how Leon is I explain, if you wanted to ask what is Leon about, is he's a tactical character. He has really good stuff, but what's really good kind of depends on the opponent. But it also, it's just that he's got a lot of tools. They're not all good at dealing with their own stupid BS though. Actually, Leon players really, most Leon players I've met hate the mirror match because it's very stressful. Because they can get crushed if they go use crushing tools. Then it means both players will crush. Very good. I like this choice. I like this crouch dash 9k plus G. Very good.
Round two. Ready, go!
I like that. High is gonna lose to 3p completely. I need to get better at reacting. Evade that.
Knockout.
Very good. Very good. So also the way Sokai is playing is also reducing the risk. The crouching is really good against Leon. Obviously I can do Nitaku stuff, but it's still very good. Throwing too risky here.
Knockout.
Big shouts to the VIF. Jalapeno Overdrive, good to see you. I hope you're doing really well.
Go!
That was really good. I like starting with the 4K. The 4K is a really good way to start this. Good game. That was excellent, so okay. So guy's playing awesome. I'm glad you're getting better, but I'm sorry that you're dealing with all that jalapeno. I hope you'll feel a lot better soon. I hope for a full recovery quickly.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Excellent.
I am glad it's not COVID. But sick is sick, and so I, again, hope you'll be very well soon.
Serious fight.
But yeah, still some of my friends have been dealing with some really rough COVID symptoms when they got hit with COVID recently too. 1K is very annoying. It's very strong. It's got very big weaknesses, but when as long as it counter hits, it's amazing. And it can counter hit backdashing and Abare. It doesn't exactly crush counter hit it though, but at least it's good at knocking down, and it can also mess with people that evade. I hesitated.
Knockout. Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout.
But this is still one of the strongest moves in the game. It's
Round 3.
well, it's one of the strongest games in Leon. One of Leon's strongest moves. I always do the wrong direction. I gotta train myself.
Knockout. What a knucklehead.
It was also the Okizeme pressure, yeah.
Round 1. Ready, go!
No.
Knockout.
I think you like that I make 250 millisecond ping look like normal speed. No, that was the real rollback.
Knockout.
Okay, so what I'm doing here, I turn back, I do a crouch backdash right here. Doing crouch backdash. That causes delays, so if you evade, you're kind of... It's to catch people that are evading. I understand that feeling. My character has it, but they have to string first. So it is telegraphed, but yeah, but I agree. Nice. Oh, very nice. Oh, I'm glad I evaded. It's good. Oof. Oh, good. I was worried that you screwed that. But I'm glad you recovered. You fixed it. Do the right thing.
Ready, go!
Good Sabaki.
Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go!
There it is. That move's so good. Very good. I like the stagger break so much. So good.
Knockout!
That was good. Very good.
Round 5. Ready, go!
So Springlog says, "Hey Chanchai, interesting question. What is the most common reason you hear from players that quit VF and don't come back?" It's a very good question. I haven't heard the common reasons, but you know, like if they were starting the game and they were early in the game, they might have felt that the game was clunky because they didn't get a feel for it, right? Because that is a barrier initially. At a higher level, I think there's a player that I know that like they do play and they're learning VF and sometimes they get stressed out by it. Because for them, I think they like games where you could outskill people, especially with range and with speed and with kind of like knowledge, right? And VF is a game where somebody can still like force guess you, even if you do those things. Not always. I mean, this game really rewards skill. Make no mistake about it. But it definitely embraces a skill in decision making, in up close exchanges, but forced guesses, like even at range. And so for this person, they would prefer something that's more like classic Tekken, right? But at the same time, this person's actually good at those things. It's just more that they felt like for them that's a bit intense the way that VF goes about it. Oh no. We've got 15 frame rollbacks. We'll let it sit. It's gonna crash. All right, that was a lot of fun, Soil Kai. Let's see what happens. It was a lot of fun though. Let's see. So things that I worry about from players that do like VF, but maybe for me, the netcode is actually very good. But I've also played this game when the netcode was like less and less good, and having to kind of work with it. But I think the netcode right now is actually very good. I feel that there is a slight difference between online and offline, but I don't think it's actually enough of a difference in results, actually, in the player results. It's just that when you play offline, you really can't make excuses. So when you realize that you're lagging here, or that you're mentally stacked, you have to admit it like it's that, usually. Now, you could blame the setup that the game's on. You could blame the PS5, but I think, like, I've seen, usually it's something else, though. In my experience, fighting all kinds of players, it is different for me. Like, it's that basically that player will encounter the same thing in the offline environment, but it's easier for them to accept it. But I also understand that they would like that, yeah, when you play offline, you're allowed to react more, and so the way you adjust your strategy is a little different. But I'm reacting like on this too, and I'm playing like, if people are, I don't know if people are going to say that I'm not playing a reaction-based game in my game even, but I play a very heavy guessing game, yes. But the stuff that I'm doing, even today, even on connection with Argentina, is stuff I could not do before in like earlier in like Final Showdown era. I could not do this, at least unless like we were on fiber optic and really good connections. With Argentina, no way in hell. Even the stuff I'm doing in this match, even with the rollbacks or with the lags, I'm doing stuff that I couldn't do like 10 years ago online or 6 years ago online, you know? And so I'm really happy about that. And so I feel like this, but it's like I don't even have to really compromise, you know? I'm playing the backdash game I wanted, which I couldn't do 10 years ago online. It was something mostly offline players saw, was the way I used backdash. And then, but what I'm getting at though is that, so some players, they feel like that difference between online and offline was enough for them to kind of not feel like they wanted to play. This happened to a lot of European players during Final Showdown, eventually, like in the last half of Final Showdown, and maybe even a little bit of Ultimate Showdown, a little bit. But when they did their leagues, when the Kai set up the Kai leagues, that changed. No. I think it's funny that I can throw, because of how slow 9K plus G is, I can throw and still guard. But yeah, they really ironed a lot of things out. So I think the player has to overcome that, and I think they do, right? Even these players that have these complaints, they haven't quit, but I have seen some players in the past that quit over that kind of feeling, where they, you know, like, they wish they had more of an offline scene in the past, and that's, every VF player wanted that. You know, that's why we travel, that's why we do gatherings. So there's that, but those are only for the hardcores that quit. When it comes to people that are casually, a lot of people don't feel like that they understand VF, meaning like it didn't feel fluid to them. It felt clunky, slow. There are some players where they wanted the system to be more like Tekken, and that's okay, that's fair. They just wanted to play more Tekken, right? I think VF and Tekken have a lot of similarities, but I do think the way that they reward the strategic aspects are like in the opposite directions of each other, but doing the same sets. It's just more of like, okay, in Tekken we're gonna start with these skills, and in VF we're gonna start with the opposite skills in the spectrum, which is the guessing. Whereas Tekken, I think you do get guesses. You definitely get guesses in Tekken, but there's a lot of knowledge before you really feel like that's the differentiator. But in VF, you feel that that's the differentiator from the start. And so that guessing, that rock, paper, scissors is very chaotic for people. So for some people, VF is too much of a chaotic game. You know. If you're talking about what, how about if we change the question a little, and we're like, how come the Western players that dominate multiple fighting games, why do they not stick with VF? I would say that's because this game asks a lot of the, like, it rewards a lot of the player, it asks a lot of the player on that strategic guessing game level. Because most fighting games do the opposite direction. They're gonna reward certain skills first. They're gonna be like, you better at guard punish, you do that first. You better at whiff punish, you do that first. You do footsie first. You do spacing first, right? VF is like, no, you're guessing right now. You do guessing first in VF, and then you reward those other things, but they're actually harder to do in this game than the other games. But the execution in this game the execution in VF is a lot easier than the other games, in my opinion. It's just more that it's so rapid fire that, like, you have to really, like, it's really fast. That's the hard part. The hard part is how fast, how quick, how often you're doing these things. And you're doing all these simple things, but you get mentally stuck. That's why I do feel that, like, the person's wanting to blame it on the online lag is because how hard it is to do in VF compared to the other games. But also when you learn that you can turn some of those into partially guess, partially react early, and make a guess early so that you're reacting, right? So when I'm whiff punishing with Leon is actually hard to whiff punish with because I have to make sure that they fall into the backdash trap, right? Like, it doesn't work if they don't fall for that. It doesn't work if they don't attack into it, right? And then same thing for, like, evade, right? Like, I'm doing, like, evade, I have to evade check, but also duck and punish. To set up duck and punish, I crouch dash because I buffer that, and then I watch to see what they do, and then if I see, like, a high attack about to go over my head, I know I can attack, right? But that's not how you whiff. That's not how you duck and punish in a lot of other games. It's, in theory, it sounds like you do the same, but a lot of them have good, really strong signals that tell the player this is the moment, like, you've got this, and that it'll be easier. So I hope those different answers make sense, because for everyone it's a different reason. The most common reason is they didn't jibe with it. They couldn't feel it, right? They didn't feel VF to me is, of course, really smooth, but I had to, you gotta, like martial arts, learn how to move in martial arts, right? The basic forms in karate and in taekwondo and hapkido are very rigid at first. They look more square, and then the more advanced you get, they look more round, right? It's like that. VF, it's like, it's gonna look very square at first, and then it's gonna get round. It's gonna get more smooth, but it's gonna take a while, right? But the other games, they do it right away, and that's really great. But VF has a good reason for doing it the way it does, in my opinion, because ultimately it's there, but it's kind of like old school Monster Hunter, where I say in both old school Monster Hunter and in Virtua Fighter, these are games where you kind of have to learn the do nots before you learn, like, before the do's become super intuitive. And so that means they're not intuitive. They're not intuitive out of the gate. Those other games, they might be, but in this game, it can be. There's a lot of things that your action made it less smooth, right? And that's in this game. But then when you learn, when you feel like the movement, when you know when you can cancel, that's when it feels smooth. And that's when stronger players look like gorgeous, right? Compared to weaker players. But I think Virtua Fighter 4, Virtua Fighter 2, and I do think to a degree Final Showdown did make beginner that beginner masher play look good. Actually, it's Virtua Fighter 3 and Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla, I think, didn't like, not vanilla, but Virtua Fighter 3 does not look good. Like, it looks really stuck. Final Showdown a little bit, but Virtua Fighter 4 brought back the Virtua Fighter 2 tradition, where that speed and that movement and that they'll clip through each other a little makes it look more smooth. It feels smoother for a beginner. Whereas Final Showdown says, well, let's make it so that when you block it, they get jammed, you know. But we're not going to do it as extreme as VF3, but we're going to have it. Yeah, to me, Virtua Fighter really feels like a martial art, and so the disciplined approach is really what I love about it. Yeah.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh, I thought I got that.
Knockout!
VF4 is amazing. Yeah, I'm not going to dispute how amazing Virtua Fighter 4
Round
is.
two. Ready, go!
So that is definitely a good topic, and I have to say, like, I mean, I talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, but I think, you know, like, when I'm pretty sure that around the time that work on the new VF started,
Knockout!
I think everybody at the time was saying Unreal Engine was the way to go. I do think that's what a lot of the conventional wisdom was at that
Round
time.
three.
And so I think right now we're discussing Unreal Engine 5. We are talking about this topic of optimization, which I don't know anything about it. I'm just saying that like the way that players talk about optimization for the last 2 years, the last 1.5 years to 2 years, sounds a lot like the way players talk about netcode. So they're talking about this end user experience, but also but then it incorporates the vast complexity, which is the PC gaming ecosystem, right? Which has always been that way, but it does seem like Unreal Engine 5 could potentially have these challenges, or these ways of developing where the game is not turning out as great as people want on so many of the setups. So we'll see how Sega deals. I hear a lot of good things about Sonic Racing Crossworlds, but that's not a Virtua Fighter 6. But we'll see. But I do believe that they're really paying attention to that, and I do believe that they intend to test a lot. Now, that said, testing is not the same as, you know, beta testing is huge because because it's out in the wild and you're dealing with all those setups, whereas internal testing, you're not dealing with all the setups, right? I like that you've got the patience down. So now we go into like, it's like Chanchai actually throws. It's like, yeah, because you're playing defensive, right? That was fun. When I play so VF4 is tricky because when I play it, it does still feels fast and slow to me, right? And that's just because it depends on what we're looking at. Here we go. But like VF4 is awesome. I like that VF4 has the horizontal movement, but I honestly like Final Showdown a lot more than the VF4 series, but I still like the VF4 series. And when the players do know how to play VF4, it is a bit faster. It's still slower looking to me, but it is technically faster. I mean, the jabs are 10 frames, like 9, 10, and 11, and 12, I think. No, I can't even combo this. Alright, I'm gonna call it for Soil Kai because I think my stream is gonna die soon too. But Soil Kai, thank you very, very much. And thank you, Fence. We can still chat about this. It's me. It's my connection is going up and down right now. But I had so much fun with these battles. So today we did the 25 game gauntlet. But we dealt with Chanchai having rough internet for this week, in which the rain has come. The rain has really come this week. It's not flooding. It's not South American rain, but you know, it's a change. It's what it is it's the change in that drastic change in what was feeling normal. And so accidents happen, right? Just like daylight savings time. When daylight savings time happens, you know, accidents go up. People's sleep cycles got completely messed up. There is also right now that for where I am on the latitude, the sun, the mornings are darker and the nights are darker. So right now, people around me are like having, you know, not having fun waking up, and then they got rain. That's a recipe for more accidents in traffic.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Okay, Fence. We'll try some games. I'm actually very tired, but I'm happy to because we haven't been able to fight that much. Yeah, Fence. It's gonna be awesome if you're doing that event. Very awesome that you're doing that event. Always good to fight with you, Fence. I really love the way that you've been playing. And I'm gonna repeat what Juicebox did say on Blue Sky, which is when he was quoting somebody else. It's all about the reads. It always has been. Virtua Fighter is that way. Even when you're playing reactive, it's based on a read. Good.
Round 2.
Yeah, Kusano, we can definitely try again. Maybe even sooner than next week, but we will see. Well, next week I will be out of town. I'll be in Los Angeles next week.
Round 3. Ready, go!
That was so good. No, okay. That's okay. It's all good. I was gonna stay down, so it was the right call. The guess was still correct. Didn't change. No, I can't do. Okay, Zemi, when it's like this. Alright, Fence, I'm so sorry. It is my connection. It was my connection was tested. It was measured. Fiber optic is losing to the rain. See, this is the lag I worry about, right? I don't worry about the other lag. You guys can see how I play on the other lag. You know? So... Oh no! Okay, here we go. Alright. Oh, we're still in it. Okay. I like these setups. See, right now I do have to predict it in my head, and I don't know these strings too well, but that's okay. That's what we learned. And actually, this is also where I use the connection to teach me. So sometimes when connection is rough, it will teach you a lot of stuff. So that's where experience is awesome. I was hoping. Sorensen again, so good to see you. Thanks for your support again. I know that you were in here earlier, so I didn't say it earlier, but... That was all lag. That was all lag. Like, we just completely lost control and had to guess what it was taking into the buffer at that point. I'm sorry, fans. This is like Chanchai's like lag skills too. But but part of the lag skills is knowing when you're forced to guess versus when you're allowed to react. and when you're, like which ranges you should allow yourself to do, and then change it pretty quickly and be like, well, this is what we're dealing with. So.
Ready, go!
I'm muted. Okay, sorry about that.
Ready, go!
Second. It's really good. The holding guards that got me.
Ready, go!
I like that too. Can you guys hear me yet? Let me know if you can hear me. Usually you just have to reload the stream and you can hear me, because I found that out yesterday. It's John. He's not gonna hit the wall for sure. Thanks for the games. I am gonna call. Let's try it. We'll try it. Can you guys hear me now? We'll try a little more and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. But actually, I'm gonna work on some projects. But this has been a lot of fun. Honestly, I'm having a blast with everyone I fight tonight.
Go!
Oh, so good. Still no audio, okay.
Knockout!
Really good.
Round two. Ready, go!
Good to see you, Pericles. That was so good. That was really good. It's really good.
Round three. Ready, go! Excellent!
Hey, glad to hear the audio's back. A lot of times though, I found from the VOD yesterday that in this case, when stuff like this happens, sometimes restarting your browser or refreshing your browser will help, because because it turned out that it just, because of the signal disruption, it caused everyone's audio sync to go off. Is what I think happened. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night after this too, but okay. I wanted to punish. There I got the punish. Yay! Even with the lag, I got the punish. That's the punish I wanted. Sorry, that was a cheese win on the lag. I am wondering if I should get an engineer to investigate it. Yeah, I know Fence did not disconnect, so it is such a bummer. But Fence, thanks a lot. We will fight more soon. It's my internet. It's the weather, and it's been this week. It's been 3 days straight of this. but you've been playing awesome. Those were awesome battles. They're getting better and better, but the lag doesn't help. And the lag, I'm gonna manage around it, but I think I can imagine how frustrating it is. So yeah, but really good stuff. Thank you very much. I know. It's like, hey Calamity, it's going good, but my internet's not going good. But I've been having fun regardless. But I'm grateful for everyone that wants to have the matches and are trying. And I think we're getting lots of good stuff in these matches. But it's definitely like a test in like the connection spiking up and down. My internet's been really rough the last 3 days, but it's also been that this week has been rainy. And I theorize, because it happens that, you know, with the rain comes, it's not really a storm. There is actually work being done for my neighborhood sewage. I think it looks like that's what it looks like, and so that might be interfering with it. But I think more often than not, the rain is causing more flooding into all this. Mic check. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Paul would ask you to check your settings first. Yeah. No, it is always good to check the settings first. But yeah, this has been happening a few times. I've definitely reset the router quite a bit, and done other stuff. But yeah, I do like that it's really good when it's good, but then it's, yeah, suddenly it just randomly goes. So thank you all so much. I'm gonna call it a night so I can work on some stuff, but I had a great time with you all. I played a lot more than I expected once we saw those connections doing what they do, but I think there was lots and lots of good stuff in there. I hope you guys enjoyed fighting my Leon and getting to see a lot of stuff. The silver lining on the lag is you get to see a more detailed picture of what your opponent's doing sometimes, as long as it's not being completely rolled back. But like when you get those moments where it is kind of slow a little, not much, you can kind of see what they do. And actually when I run into situations like that, I use that to imprint in my head like what the animation looks like there. Because again, I'll bring up this story. When I played against some of the European players during the on RPCN, so this was only a year ago. When I played against the European players on that connection, some were really good, but some connections were slow. And you know, when I fought like against like Leifei in slow motion, I started seeing his early frames of animation a little better, and then that carries with me when I fight, because then it's like tells you in your brain what move is probably coming, and gives me a, you know, do you want to act on it now? Do you want to buffer what you think is the right answer now, or do you want to wait and confirm, watch more animation and confirm, you know? And it's like that's really strong in this game. This game is really strong if you can start seeing your opponent's attack animations eventually. You know, it's not something that you get overnight, but it's something you gradually build towards the more and more you fight. So it's like martial arts, you're just building up that sharpness and awareness and perception and judgment. So yeah, I hope this session was really productive for all of you. I felt like it was. I see. I sound like a chipmunk before you refreshed. Okay. So why did all your 6.6Ps lose to 4.4K? Okay, because of the distance we were at. Because I'm doing well. Okay, so Leon's. Let's talk about Leon. Let's talk a little bit about Leon here. The thing about Leon, you know, the same reason that we know about Leon is hard to ring out, right? Leon is kind of hard to ring out. So why is he? Let's do this stage. Why not? So Leon is kind of hard to ring out because his stance, right? If we're looking at his stance, let me move my mouse back onto the screen. Here we go. So the way that he's standing here, right? It's like, it's a little more forward than it looks, but visually to us, all the weight's on the left side, is on the left side. And so visually we think he should be rung out you know, it takes a bit to kind of ring him out, right? And so because of that, sometimes the people misgauge the range against Leon. All of you guys are getting way better at it than you were before, but it's easy to misrange. But it's also that he does have a little more push on this low punch. Like he's just got a little more range on it, and it pushes a little more on block. And so because of that, like even after this is really good. Now this will still lose to 6-6p, and sometimes you should do 6-6 holds, like 6-6p delayed, so that you get like a dash into a 6-6p. I think Dennis does that against me. I think Dennis will go like, you know, like that, right? But you have to kind of do 6-6-6p for Leon's move, right? And just like I'm doing 4-4-4k, right? So, but a lot of times I'm trying to recover hit with this. So I'm trying to backdash, and usually we're about this spacing, I think, when I do the backdash to beat the 6-6p. It's about this spacing. If I'm here, I think the 6-6p should still hit me, but I have to not hit 4. I have to make sure I don't hit the K early. If I hit this K early, your 6-6p will win. And not only that, if your 6-6p hits me out of this move, that's the worst for Leon. So you do want to train anybody in the Reva generation do this, but this is what you need to do in Final Showdown. And so we'll switch characters. I don't know the combo, but you need to 6-6p Leon when he's doing the 4-4k, and I think the timing that I use for actually doing the actual 4-4k after a backdash is trying to reduce that, so that at worst you're hitting me with 6-6p counter hit, but for the backdash, not because of the 4-4k. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not getting 4-4k hit, because that is so bad, right? So like, right, Leon doesn't want that. That's plus 31, right? And so Dennis has this combo on lock, and it's like 55% of Leon's life. If you know the combo, it's like, it is a ridiculous amount of life, right? I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's that, or, you know, I don't know if it's this one or not, but it's really huge. It might be 6-6p again. So you need to like, hey Dizo, thank you very much for the raid, and also hope you're doing really, really good, Dizo. Were you playing 2xko, or what were you playing today? Yeah, so that's why what I try to do with Leon is do this and then try to wait to recovery hit you with 4-4k instead, because I'm really afraid of you hitting me. Really afraid of you hitting me with this. This is like the worst, right? But again, you can do, but the problem is this is the risk, right? So then the risk is me trying to force this guessing game if I do, but that's very high risk. I don't really play that guessing game. If I do it, it's on accident. Which is, you know, do I do it, you know, does Leon do like wait delay or not, you know? Because this is just strong, period. Right, and this is what I take, but you're still plus 28. So like, it's still plus 28. It's like, holy crap. Right, you know, so it's not really doing me that many favors. It's just trying to avoid that 30 and back turn and huge combo. So this is like taking a huge combo still, but because of the range, I think you can't do 6k, so you probably have to do like, you know, like this. Which button is it? Right, because there's no way that's gonna work. Right? Obviously you have this, and actually I know that the original combo was this. Was basically involving this, right? You know, but there was more, so yeah. It's 6-6p plus K back hit, I see. Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. But this one needs more range. Right. But yeah, the 4P plus K is really the one. Okay, yeah, and then you get the bound. This really nasty. Yeah. And then, so this would also work even against this, too. No? No. Oh, because it's the force listing, right? So basically, I can still do, because it's counter hit. Yeah, just because this is just counter hit. So this is still the guess mid or low. Right, it's really the back. So yeah, so that's why I tried to avoid, that's why I tried to delay the 4K. Yeah. I think John's 66P is at the correct range. I think if it had more range, it would be really broken. if I'm being honest, I want to still, the game should still allow me to kind of backdash it, but I need to range check better, you know? But it also allows John to still dash forward into it if he wants, but it costs a lot of frames. So yeah. Yeah, so after the back hit is really huge. Yeah, because then you have this thing. Gives on the 666p, yeah. So so those are the techniques. It's either the initial spacing, but the initial spacing plus Leon try not to commit to 4K unless John whiffs, you know, because it's just so risky to do the 4K as a counter hit. It's greedy to go for it as a counter hit, to be honest, because there's so many things John could do. You know, opponents can crouch dash forward and can do a lot to Leon. 4K is something that should be confirmed anyways. It should be whiff confirmed. So Leon should really be convinced or see that whiff happening for him to do the 4K. I don't always do it. I do guess it when I'm confident in the read. So, you know, I just become supremely confident because the opponent's playing in a way that, like, is consistently playing in a way that's going to get whiff punished by this. Yeah, it's me, like, trying to use 4K as a recovery hit. Yeah, because it still launches on recovery hit. But it does give you options. It gives you very aggressive options now that you know that too. So, yeah. So I hope that helps a lot. I think it helps a lot because I think that's a big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people, first you do want to learn to use backdash to whiff punish and in a committed way, but eventually you want to learn how to do that in a less committed way, in a more reactive way. But you also are opening yourself up to being rushed down, for the opponent to rush you down. So there is, like if Jean does like 3P or does 4P plus K, it's a very different thing. Right, 4P plus K is really dangerous, actually, really good, but it loses to backdash evade. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm happy I can answer that question though for you. And I think it leads to a lot of different thinking about the lines of play. And I think you were doing really, really great stuff in the matchup before the connection consistently crapped out. I think you were doing a lot of really good stuff, like between John and Leon. And so you were piecing together kind of like where, how to mitigate and not let me, not giving me a free lunch.
knockout.
So have a good night, Soilkind. Thank you very much. Have a good night, and again, happy birthday, my friend. Kusano says, yeah, sometimes you need to have that extra dash. Yeah, so sometimes you got that 66p or that 333p. But yeah, it's tough though, because if you do that extra dash and you delay too long, the 44K can be the one that counter hits you. I would say generally, if you think the Leon is doing 44K, if it's working, do it. Keep doing it. If they're whiff punishing against you, then maybe consider temporarily moving to something like the 33p or the 333p. Consider options like that. And John is also good at duck and punish himself, so you can just 3-3 move in, and when you see Leon commit to full 4K, you duck and punish the P plus K follow-up. And if they no longer do the P plus K follow-up, then you start with punishing the 4K itself. But you could also go ahead and 1P the 4K. Like, you can also 1P, which would beat both, right? Then you just don't have to wait to whiff punish, but it's such a lower reward. It's much higher to do something like 6K or any of John's other stuff. Dude, you are a very valuable part of the Virtua Fighter family, so okay. So thank you so much. Like, what you do, and I'm so happy to see Lao Ferris in the community also try to follow your lead and try to, like, if you're having a vacation, I'm really happy they're trying to step up. It is really important, and I think the community, I think the South American community and the Latin American community are doing amazing right now. Keep it up. It might feel like, it's always going to feel like there's so much more forward you want to go and you're not satisfied yet. That's fine, that's normal, but keep it up. You guys are doing amazing. Like, you're already probably making some other, the grass is always greener, so you're definitely making other scenes feel jealous. Everyone feels that jealousy and envy. Yeah, Kusano, go ahead and ask that one question, no problem. Happy to hear it, happy to answer.
Round 3. Ready, go!
So yeah, Fence, really quick, that is a big judgment call, whether you're going to go with like recovery hit, or you go with normal hit, or you go with counter hit, because that's a difference in timing or in the way that you sequence stuff, and it changes risk reward like a lot. It really makes a big impact on the risk reward. So learning how to recover hit is really that fun point, but you can't only do that, because some people will start to beat that and they'll start to rush you down, and that's where my Leon gets those uppercut launchers out of nowhere. Like, you see me do, like, they block my elbow, but I uppercut because they're trying to confirm too much. They're trying to wait for something and then they decide to act. Do I just throw a mid out and hope it hits? Well, here's the thing about that, right? The thing about the mids is make sure that you have your make sure you have at least 2 or 3, probably 3 plus responses ready for when it gets blocked. So responses ready for when it hits, right? So when your mids get blocked, even with any character, right? Just have it doesn't have to be the most correct thing. It just needs to be something that will work. And so when you have that, it's not that you're hoping that you'll hit, it's that you're throwing out this elbow and you're responding to what's going to happen. Do you understand that difference? When you're just hoping to hit with it, you're trying to hit confirm a little too much, but in the wrong way. In this game, hit confirm is not just do the combo because you got the counter hit. Hit confirm is also, they blocked it, so I should fuzzy guard. It whiffed, so I should really consider like guard throw escape or evade guard throw escape, right? So you should build a variety of options, and then eventually just keep adding more options to it. So, okay, we know that this thing and I hate this training. I do not like the guard or normal hit or guard or counter hit. This is not realistic to me. This is not how it happens in fights, but it does give you some insight, but it's not really how it happens. If you can do this though, it is sharper. It is the best if you could do this, but in a real match, it's less necessary. It's more likely that you just see the opponent do something. But like, we know that, like, okay, if the elbow gets blocked, well, fuzzy guard is the first one. And if not fuzzy guard, evade throw escape would be really good, right? So like evade, throw escape would be good, right? But fuzzy guard is the first one, and then evade, guard, throw escape, and then maybe guard, throw escape, and then maybe backdash, right? And then, you know, so these tactics are very strong. And then now I've just gone over like 5 different things you could do when elbow gets blocked. But you just want to get yourself comfortable doing them and not thinking about them. Just kind of oh, okay, I think I'll do that, you know. And sometimes, oh, I'll just go ahead and Nabari, right? Sometimes I'll just, because you can just crouch dash. Like, okay, so you could fuzzy guard. You could also crouch dash and then watch and then make a decision. Like, oh, they're attacking, guard, right? Oh, they didn't do anything, right? Like, throw. Oh, they didn't do anything, but I've already done throw, you know, low. Oh, we'll just do it again. Oh, we'll do this. Oh, right. You want to build these different responses and have a variety of them that are all decent and probably not going to kill you to do, right? And then you have the same thing when you do get the hit. In this case, elbow when you get hit is not like, you don't get many options. You're choosing to defend or to attack because it's +0, right? For a lot of characters, this is like +0. Right, +0. So then, like, the answer is this, but then if you realize you were slow, I'll guard throw escape, or I'll fuzzy guard, and then I'll just delay the guard, right? I'll just boom, right? And this is actually working like a fuzzy guard, you know. So you don't want to just hope that it hits. You want to train yourself to be ready for how it's going to hit, and you can do this against the training mode in CPU. I do it in arcade mode actually too. You know, and I just do like, okay, this one, well, fuzzy guard's not really the best option, so then we'll do by the way, this guard or normal guard or counter hit, it is okay to do for this purpose. This is just always good. This one, like, you don't even have to do much. The reason elbow is so scary is because you can just crouch dash after it almost, and it's always a good option. And then you start to be more accurate about what you do as you see it, right? So build your responses after things that you like to do. Okay, the audio ripped. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, on the VOD, this audio should go well, but you want to kind of build your responses after stuff, after guard included, but also after a hit. Right. So now I shouldn't fuzzy guard, but I should do guard throw escape or evade guard throw escape. Hey Verdant Sun, how are you doing? Can you hear my audio okay? Let me know if you can hear me, but I am gonna call it a night soon. And I am gonna give, I'm gonna DM Kusano about what I just talked about. But basically, you want to get good at having the options and then the long term build those responses. Yeah. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna call it a good night and I'm gonna message you. Let me tell him that. Alright, thanks for confirming, Verdant Sun. Also, Verdant Sun, thank you very much. Sorry, I'm gonna call it a night right now, but I will be back a bit later. I'm getting very tired, and there's a few projects I gotta do before I go to bed. But this has been a lot of fun, everyone. So thank you so much. And I am going to DM Kusano all the things I talked about. So everyone, take care. You have a good night. We're going to definitely raid. So let me see who to raid. I definitely have the ASMR keyboard. I'm glad people know that I type pretty fast. But let's see here. James Chen is playing this late night. Learning Marissa. Oh. Okay, let me see what we're gonna do. We're gonna raid Numbers, of course we are. All right, everybody, say hi to Numbers. Numbers is doing awesome. It's got a good stream, and I think they're doing the open beta. I was playing the open beta, but not with this connection. It is good to test with this connection, but still not good for other people. I don't want to ruin their experience. I want to use a proper connection. All right, have a good night. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, we're gonna raid VF Numbers now. I'm having trouble rating Numbers. Why? I see. All right, here we go. Good. We're ready to raid Numbers. Okay. Ready to raid in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Start the raid. Thank you all so much.